Hello everybody, it's Tommos34. Today is May 4th, 2011, and I am here taking a look at your weather discussion here. And we close off the day. Looks like the showers and storms are tapering off here. We had a cold front push through the area, and boy, has that done a number to our temperatures. I'm not sure if you could see, but our area is sitting at 46 degrees right now. 46 degrees. And it's not like it's that late. I mean, it's only 8:51 in the evening. So yeah, we are cool, and that's because skies are clearing. Cold front has pushed through. Winds have shifted to the northwest. And just really quickly, I wanted to show you that in the immediate area of Connecticut, we do not have any alerts to tell you about, but not too far over here, you got some freeze watches and warnings. Just an indication that cold air is still out there, even though it is May. Again, pretty potent cold front. I think with the clear skies and light winds, this area is going to get pretty cool. Of course, cool for this time of the year is like 30s and around 40. In Connecticut, we're not going to get, at least in my area in Connecticut, not going to get quite that cold. But you know what? There are places that will, and there are places that get a lot colder in Vermont tonight, and in upstate New York, and they don't even have these. Of course, I don't even probably need to explain. That's because, of course, the growing season has already started in this area. Alright, you think about Alabama right now, you see that little frost advisory? It's just not typical to have frost this late in the season. Most people in Alabama, you probably already started growing your garden, and so frost advisory is just like, hey, you know, we had warm weather, growing season has begun, although cool temperatures are expected. Now, growing season hasn't quite began yet in New England. Of course, that's because temperatures simply were a little bit too cool for that. Now, it's already swung into high gear, though. I mean, if you live in Kentucky, Western Virginia, you probably already started, you know, cutting your grass and doing all that crap outside and growing your garden. So that's why there is a thing, advisory. And of course, flood watches up here, upstate New York. This is, of course, due to they had snow. Not recently, but when you talk about that snow, recently, some of these, a couple weeks ago here, I think northern New York State and northern Vermont actually picked up a pretty good dosing of snow. Anywhere from about 2 to 5 inches they got sometime in middle April. And you know what? 2 to 4 inches of snow, and you're talking about that snow being really wet, meaning 2 to 4 inches of snow equates to like over an inch of, is equivalent to over an inch of rain here. So, and then when you have all that snow melt, of course it turns to water, so it's like an inch of rain, right? Or even more than that. And then of course you had rain. We had some pretty active storms here, especially in the latter portion of April in New England as well, and in the northeastern region. So you get those flooding concerns. But really, you know, here's what we're dealing with here in the New England area. Let's get more local weather here, because alright, we had a cold front push through the area. It's still pushing through eastern sections of New England. This area over here, we'll have to be watching for the day tomorrow. And then we've got another area that I am watching here for the weekend, for your Mother's Day weekend. This would be here for, again, sometime later on Saturday into today on Sunday. Jet stream, as it is right now, is south of Connecticut, south of our viewing, south of my area. And so what that means is the storm path usually likes to ride, storms usually like to ride ahead and just above that jet stream. So in this case, that puts us in a very active weather pattern, whereas places to the south, we're going to be seeing some pretty active storms, you know, but the bulk of the storm system itself is actually going to be to the north, like this one and that one, and the one that is now coming in. You can't really see it, but there's another one coming in to the Washington state here. Will be visible by this time tomorrow. Yeah, and all these storm systems are going to be impacting our weather. That's one today. This is actually the same storm system that this is, kind of conjointed, if you will, discombobulated here, unorganized lighter lanes here. This is actually wraparound moisture because we're having those northwest winds feeding in, again, the cooler air, and this is just like a, I guess, the reinforcement. And then this, of course, is the next one for the Mother's Day. Alright, and then this one is going to be impacting us and bringing us on and off rain showers for next week along New England. All in the midst here, though, we're looking at a pretty boring week of weather. And by boring, I mean like really no severe weather, no active storms, nothing that we need to really pay any close attention to, you know. Which you know, for me is a bummer because I like tracking big storms. Not too exciting here tomorrow, showing again maybe an afternoon rain shower, and at least it gets a little bit warmer by the end of the week, and then we start off the weekend. There's that rain potential here for Mother's Day, and then May 9th, May 10th, May 11th, you know, typical weather, typical New England weather that you see. But really, notice like with these next couple of storm systems, it's just, you know, a few showers, nothing like that will be too organized or too concerning. Nothing worth watching, nothing worth really monitoring, but keep an eye on it. I'll let you know, how everything plays out over the next several days. And going further into May, it'll be interesting to see if we how we do, if we can continue to keep this active weather pattern in place or not. So we'll see. Time will tell, right? That's been your weather discussion with Tommos34 for May 4th. Have a good evening.